Hello, how you doing? Will Perry here. As the title suggests, I want to do my bit to help in these difficult times. And yeah, some people are really struggling. Some people are worrying. Some people are struggling with the mental health. All sorts of things. Because this is the field I work in. Oh, and look at that. I'll tell you more about that in a second. I want to give you something for free. What I've done is packaged up a new program. And the reason I've done that is because I want to kind of do my bit to help. And yeah, there's so many people I see, kind of worrying, anxiety that's really high. I've put a little list down here. Kind of mental health. I prefer mental wealth, but they're struggling with their mental wealth. It's natural, and there's a propensity for a certain type of person, a person perhaps with lower self-esteem, to worry more. But it's more about themselves, and this isn't any judgment or anything. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's more of a struggle for the people that do it. And my offer is to help you understand that, because once you understand it, then you can control it, which is a cool thing. So, kind of your mental wealth is struggling, then this is something that can help. Negative thinking is such a cracking one. People with healthy self-esteem will be more focused on the kind of challenges that externally, if that makes sense. The situation, the things that are going on in the world, the progression, watching the news or whatever. But people with lower self-esteem might be kind of internalizing it more, putting it more on them, if that makes sense. So that's the anxiety, the worry, the not being good enough, the am I doing enough? I wish, if only I was better. If being down on yourself. And that's a really difficult thing. But that's the area that I specialize in. So that's why I've pulled this together. Being down on yourself, and particularly as a parent, there's a huge. I've seen tons of posts about people struggling. I've been struggling, but not just for me. I work from home. We both work from home, my wife and I, and we homeschool Charlie. No, Louise homeschools Charlie, so that's nothing new. And she's done it for a bit with Vivi, though she wanted to go to this school, and so it's not kind of unusual or new territory. And Louise is fab. She goes out and does tons of research, and she's got that type of mind and gets all the information really quickly. So that's nothing new, and working from home is nothing new. Yet having them all here and the baby, and it's like chaos. But I'm sure you can relate to that, regardless of your self-esteem. Where you might be struggling with, if you have the lower self-esteem, is that you're again have more this propensity to be down on yourself. Am I doing enough? And the kids and the kind of getting overwhelmed, getting overwhelmed. So in a negative way, overwhelm was never a positive, is it? So what I've done, now is the time to address this man here. So this man here is 2 years ago, and actually I've changed quite a lot in those 2 years. But obviously I have facial hair. That was your starter for 10, and a little thinner in the face. That was bonus points. But 2 years ago, I did this mini series. Some of you might recognise it. Some of you have done it, and I packaged it together, and I kind of ran it for about a year through Messenger, and a lot of people got benefit from that. So it's a series of 5 videos that I did as lives on Facebook. But because of Facebook 2 years ago, that's a long time in terms of Facebook. They're not getting seen, even when I went on the links that I'd saved. It like video not available. So what I've done, I've gone and searched them out, because there's some really good valuable content in there, and I think particularly at this time, by you making the time. And that's an irony, because if you're down on yourself a little bit, with perhaps lower self-esteem, lower self-worth, struggling more, you're less likely to make time for yourself. But I encourage you, because it's completely free, I encourage you, if this is ringing true, to go and check it out. It's completely free. Go and make the time for you, because it can help you help the people around you, help your kids, help you manage your situation better, manage your mental wealth better. Certainly understanding the situations and how you've interpreted them is going to give you a different perspective. There is the test, my self-esteem test. It's in there as well, so you can find out where you score. And interestingly, I had a lovely conversation just on Messenger yesterday with Katie. Katie she was on the lives. You might even hear me reference her. She was on the lives 2 years ago as we went through, and her self-esteem score, she let me know last night, was 4. It's out of 30, so 4 is. Well, I should go this side. Out of 30, 4 is very low. So it was no surprise to her, and she, I won't say, but she had quite a few struggles she was aware of, and it was low. Now she's not done the program, but she's followed. She did this mini series, and it was a lovely thing. She tested herself recently this month, and she's got a score of 16. So that's the high end of low self-esteem, if you like. Excuse me. And she said it was all thanks to following me, the free stuff that I do, and it's just lovely to hear back. So over the 2 years, she's really improved her self-esteem, and that's just played out in her life as well. That she's doing so much more, and she's not doing all this negative stuff. So that's a lovely thing. And Sarah, another example, she said when I released this yesterday, she went, "Oh yeah, don't you remember? I was on it. That's how I came into the program." And it's like, "Oh, did you? I can't remember." She said, "Oh." Don't you remember? Didn't it change your life? Jokingly. But she came through this mini series, and it opened up a new perspective for her, a new way of seeing things. And it was like, right, I need to get onto this program. And I introduced the program. There's a link, a bonus video at the end, where I can tell you more about the program. If this free resource rings true, people can go and find out about the program. And she did, and it's changed her life. And her issue was that she wanted a promotion, but she knew she was holding herself down. And she's had 2 promotions since then, so it's awesome. And she's a great supporter of the tribe, which is a lovely thing of what we do. So this is a free resource. So what I've done is I've downloaded all the 5 videos in the mini series, and I've put them together in a members area because it was the easiest way to juggle it. I explain it if you go onto the link and look, and I will put the link below. And I've put them in there. It's completely free. So what you need to do is it will say give your email, create a password. And then if you just bookmark that once you're in, then you don't need to do it again. It's just easy. It's a way of organising it. It's the system that I pay for, but it's completely free to you. And it's just the way that it organises it really easily. So the videos, I think the shortest one's 13. I think the biggest one's just 20 minutes. So the 5 videos cover. The first one is, what is self-esteem? How is it formed? And how does it hold you back if it is low? Okay. Second one, why am I doing all these fingers? The second one is about family. So where your self-esteem is formed, how, without you realizing, all into the subconscious, how it's formed in there, but how the culture of your family has kept it in there, and the impact that's had on you. The third one is patterns repeated. So we repeat the patterns in life, even though we go through life consciously saying, I'm never going to do that from my parents, I'm going to do these things differently. Lo and behold, we end up repeating the deeper subconscious patterns. So I explain that, and that leads on to the fourth one, which is about abuse and 3 different types of abuse, which is a real eye opener for some people because they have compartmentalized stuff and don't even effectively remember it because the brain can't deal with that sort of stuff, especially as a kid, or because it's normal and we normalize it. So that's a really important one. And the 5th one is about partners. It's entitled "Is This True Love?" or something like that. And that's I've never seen anybody else cover it. It's people that I come across it a lot. People that have kind of slightly lower self-esteem that partner up with other people with low self-esteem. Why? That's a trap, a comfortable trap, a comfortable loving trap. But it is a trap. So I'm packaging this, or I have packaged all this together. I've done some work, and I thought it was a lovely time to be able to do that, to be able to give you this. Because if you're struggling with your anxiety, your worry, your mental health, or your mental wealth, your negative thinking, your being down on yourself, whether you're struggling as a parent in these times, it's all completely understandable. Yet if your self-esteem is slightly lower, then I want you to understand why. And once you understand, you can see it so clearly, and then it can change your perspective. So like Katie, it's transformed her self-esteem, and she's done that over 2 years without any payment or anything like that. So I'm giving this to you completely free. There's no strings attached. It's kind of wanting to do my bit. I read no bread. It's the time we're in. No bread. No beard. Oh, got you. No bread. No bed. Bread. Oh, I said bed. Interesting. Freudian slip. Perhaps. So yes, no beard. in there. Thank you for that. That was kind of what I wanted to do. So that was my gift to you. So I'm going to put the link down there. It's completely free. Do share to anybody else that you think might benefit from this in any way. Either once you're in it, you can see what it's about, or just from this live. If anybody that might be struggling, might be have a tendency to depression or anxiety or worry or overwhelm or struggling, by all means, consider sharing this to them. It's completely free. So, a little bit emotional. So I wanted to do my bit. Because there's a lot of people struggling, and I see it all the time. It's a needless struggle. So if that helps, and I'm kind of opening my doors. If you want to, not physically, you can't come in. If you've got questions, I'm encouraging you within the program area to get your questions answered, because that sort of stuff. The worry and the it's a challenging time. Definitely a challenging time. So to hold on to that worry, to manage your mental wealth at this time is so important. So I hope I can serve you. Oh, I feel emotional again. It matters to me. I hope this serves you in this difficult time. Lots of love. And thank you for all the love hearts coming in. And do please share this to anybody you think might benefit from the resources in here, the completely free resources here for you and anybody else that's struggling at these times. Okay, I think I've said enough, and lots of love to you. All right, many thanks. Okay, bye-bye.